we request to Amit Prabhu. Amit Prabhu, please start the today's session, and then Prabhuji, we have to start our. Thank you so much for Amit Prabhu. Take over the call.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Prabhujis and Matajis, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru and Gauranga. Thank you very much for joining Parthsarthi Foundation English classes. We are very fortunate that today we have Gaurang Darshan Prabhuji with us. He is giving the lecture on topic Lessons from Samudra Manthan. Although I am not eligible to speak anything about Prabhuji, but let me try to give a brief intro about him. Prabhuji, it is my humble request. If I will make any mistake, please forgive me and also correct me. So, Gauranga Darshan Prabhuji is a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. He is a spiritual author and a strict teacher. He is the Dean of Bhaktivedanta Vidyapeeth at ISKCON Govardhan Eco Village. He is a member of the ISKCON Board of Examinations, ISKCON Indian Scholars Board, and GEV Administrative Council. Professionally, Prabhuji holds a master's degree in System Science and Automation from the reputed Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. His corporate career extended about 2 years, during which he has worked for Force Motors and TCS Innovation Labs in the capacity of a researcher. During his brief academic and professional tenure, he had achieved the rare distinction of publishing over 10 technical papers in the areas of language and speech processing and filing a provisional patent for his research. Having realized the importance of spiritual practice and with a desire to serve the Lord and the humanity, he took up the order of monkhood in 2029. After the initial training at ISKCON Shri Radha Gopinath Temple, Chowpatty, Mumbai, and a spiritual initiation by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he joined the Govardhan Eco Village project in 2010. At GEV, he displayed his repertoire of skills, innovating himself in areas like media, web design, content writing, creative design, construction, event management, outreach, strict education, and teaching. Impressed by his skills and the presidential board at GEV gave him the mandate of developing a school of Vaishnava studies as GEV, named the Bhaktivedanta Vidyapeeth in 2012. Since then, he has been leading the intense 2-year study course of the traditional Bhakti literature like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. He has not only designed the entire course curriculum with its 5S model, but also developed the teaching formats, student handbooks, course presentations, website, and its online training modules as well. He also oversees the deity worship and Vrindavan forest at ISKCON GEV. Now I am requesting Prabhuji to take over the call and provide the nectar of today's topic to all of us by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Dhanavad.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I thank the Parthsarthi Foundation for organizing this Bhagavatam discussions and calling me into this forum. Today we'll discuss a few lessons from this popular episode of Samudra Manthan, the churning of the milk ocean, which is described in the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this whole episode begins with one unusual incident happened in the life of Indra. So Indra was once going on his elephant Airavata, and on the way he saw Durvasa Muni. So Durvasa Muni was very pleased to see Indra, and he offered a garland from his own neck. So a Brahmana, a sage, is blessing this Indra with a garland. Indra is supposed to be very grateful for it and feel fortunate for it. But Indra was so puffed up. He was extremely proud of his material opulence. He took the garland. Very disrespectfully, he placed the garland on the elephant's trunk, that Airavat's trunk. So this elephant couldn't understand the value of that garland. Elephant picked up that garland and smashed it under his feet. Then Durvasa Muni saw this in front of his eyes. Everything is happening. So Durvasa Muni cursed Indra. Indra, you're so very puffed up, proud. So I curse you to be poverty-stricken. So your opulence made you so proud and arrogant. May you lose that opulence. So to be opulent, to be wealthy materially is sometimes very risky. If you are not very careful, that very wealth that we have acquired with so much of effort could be the cause of our own downfall, right? So too much wealth could make one blind, and one may tend to commit so many offenses to even great personalities and sages like Durvasa Muni here. Indra attained that position because of performing so many pious activities and sacrifices, isn't it? He is called Shatakratu because he has performed hundreds of sacrifices. So such a person, Indra, the king of the Devatas, who has performed so many pious activities, if he also could become a victim of false pride and too much of wealth, what to speak of ordinary people, right? So one has to be very careful in dealings with others. That's why Kunti Maharani says, Janmaishwarya Shrita Shribhir Edha Manamadah Kuman Naivarhatyabhidhatam Vai Tvama Kinchana Gocharam. Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, Shri. Janma means high birth. Aishwarya means wealth. Shruta means education. Shri means beauty. So these four material qualifications are desired by many people. However, one who is puffed up, one who has mada, one who is intoxicated with these qualities, material qualifications, cannot get mercy of the Lord, right? So not that having these four qualities is wrong. It's not that one should not have any wealth, one should not have education, one should not have beauty, etc. One can have all this, one can have so many possessions, no problem, but one should not be possessive about the possessions. One cannot be proud of one's possessions, right? So that's what is being condemned. So Indra sometimes he gets into troubles because of his own pride. Once he offended his guru, Brihaspati, and now he is offending Durvasa Muni. Because of Durvasa Muni's curse, the Devatas lost their positions in the heavenly planets. The demons took over the heavenly planets. And all the Devatas, now losing their positions, losing their opulence, they came to Brahma. Now Indra is the leader of all the Devatas. His mistake affected all the other Devatas also. Okay? Generally, they share the mentality of the leader, but some people are very good also. Still, they got affected because of Indra's poor consciousness. So all the Devatas then went to Brahma, Indra, Varuna, all these people. So they went to Brahma and informed what has happened. Naturally, Brahma has chastised the Devatas. So if you have behaved so arrogantly in front of a great sage, this is what is going to happen. So it's a very natural outcome of your misbehavior in front of Durvashamuni. Okay. So Brahma, nevertheless, the Devatas have to be reinstated in their positions. Although they have done a mistake, and because of that mistake they have lost their positions, they should also be given the positions back. Why? Because of their mistake they lost everything, so let them be like that. Why should any endeavor or any effort be put in the direction of keeping them back in their positions? The reason is, in their positions, demons were sitting. Demons are not qualified to rule. Devatas are qualified to rule. Demons are naturally very envious, arrogant, mischievous, against the Vedic culture. They torment Brahmanas and Devatas and women, children, cows. So all the kinds of living beings who are supposed to be protected will be tormented by the demons. They don't have self-control. They're very selfish in nature. Such people cannot be a part of cosmic administration. They cannot occupy the positions in the heavenly planets and rule the universe. The universe will go in imbalance if these demons rule. So Devatas are the authorized representatives of the Lord, and Devatas are supposed to be ruling the heavenly planets and managing all the affairs of the universe. But sometimes these Devatas also do some mistakes. They get some reaction. But they have to be supported, guided. They'll realize the mistake, they will again regain their positions. And again, they may do some mistakes. It is happening, but overall, Devatas are very obedient to the Lord. They are in goodness, they are in Sattva-guna, they are self-controlled, generally speaking. Sometimes there could be some exceptions. Some Devatas may do some mistakes, but generally, they are all obedient servants of the Lord. They are meant to rule the kingdom. Fine. So Brahma is supporting them. So Brahma chastised them, gave a feedback to their mistake, and took all these Devatas to the shore of the milk ocean. There he offered prayers to Lord Vishnu, Kshirodaksa Vishnu. And Vishnu has to now come and help them. Okay. So that is the next item. So the Devatas, including Brahma, headed by Brahma, they offered heartfelt prayers to the Lord. So in Bhagavatam, a couple of chapters are dedicated to just describing the prayers offered by the Devatas to the Lord, to appease the Lord. Then Lord Vishnu came in front of them. All the Devatas said, "O Lord, you know our purpose. We lost our positions. We have come to your lotus feet. So please help us regain the heavenly planets so that we can continue our service. We lost this service because of our own mistake. We apologize for that. We regret for that. But please help us to regain the opportunity to serve you by managing the affairs of this universe." Then Lord Vishnu said that, "Devatas, I'm going to give you one solution to your problem. If you follow my instruction, you will definitely get good fortune. So, as long as you are not flourishing, you should make a truce with the Devatas, with the demons. Truce means sandhi, okay, compromise. Make friendship with the demons. So now they are being favored by time. They are being favored by Brahmana Sukracharya. Sukracharya blessed them. A Brahmana cursed you and a Brahmana blessed them. So blessings are more powerful than curses, right? So your misbehavior attracted curses of Brahmanas like Durvasa. But the Devatas pleased Sukracharya and they became powerful. So now my suggestion to you is make a friendship with them, make truce with them. For attaining some important goals, one may have to make truce with even one's enemies also. And the Lord spoke the snake mouse logic once. A snake and a mouse were caught in a basket. And the snake cannot escape from the basket. But the mouse can easily escape from the basket because mouse can just bite the basket and then escape, make a hole. So the snake thought, let me make a truce with the mouse. Okay. And the snake asked the mouse, can you please make a hole in this basket so that both of us can escape? But if you don't do that, I always have the opportunity to eat you. Okay. The life of the mouse is in the snake's hands, but the life of snake is in mouse's hands, right? So the snake's survival is dependent on the mouse making the hole, and the mouse's survival is dependent on snake forgiving or not killing, not swallowing the mouse. So the snake thought, let me make a truce with the mouse, and I will inspire the mouse to make a hole. And once the mouse makes the hole, I will eat the mouse and then escape. Okay. So both of us will escape, but while escaping, the mouse will be within my belly, not outside. Okay. So this is what the snake thought. So this is the diplomacy that Lord Vishnu is personally teaching the Devatas. Diplomacy. Okay. Sometimes it is needed. One should not be diplomatic in one's ordinary dealings with other devotees, definitely. But sometimes it may be necessary to show some diplomacy to achieve a higher purpose. So the Lord said that you please inspire the demons also to come and churn the milk ocean. They will work. But once they churn the milk ocean and the nectar comes out, then you take all the nectar. Okay, you don't have to give anything to them. So the Lord is giving them a plan to cheat the demons. He doesn't do that with devotees, because the demons are very mischievous in their character. So the Lord can behave like this with them. So the Lord said, you should produce nectar by throwing all kinds of vegetables and creepers and herbs and grasses into the milk ocean. And by my help, you should churn the milk ocean with Mandara mountain as the churning rod and Vasuki serpent as the churning rope. And the demons on one side and the devatas on one side, you should just churn the milk ocean. And from that nectar will come out. Many other things also will come out. You should not be greedy for those things. The Lord is saying that don't be greedy for some byproducts and don't lose focus on the main product. Okay. The main product is the nectar and the byproducts are many. So sometimes the demons may come to fight with you for claiming all the products that are coming out. Be patient, be tolerant, don't get into arguments. Sometimes even just after you churn, even Kalakuta poison comes out. Okay, don't be afraid of that poison. Okay, so don't be greedy for many other products. Don't be fearful of some products that are very unpleasant. So the Lord is instructing the devatas and preparing their consciousness for this whole Samudra Manthan. Very eloquently, he is giving certain guidelines that they need to follow while churning the milk ocean. So all the devatas then went to the demons. Okay, and as soon as the demons saw the devatas, immediately the demons came to attack the devatas. They wanted to kill the devatas. Why? That's their natural mentality. So the demons are meant to do opposite of whatever the demigods do. Okay, that's all the demons know. So immediately their leader, Bali Maharaj, the king of the demons, he told, please don't attack the devatas. Why are you attacking the devatas? They are coming for a discussion, not for a confrontation, not for fighting. Do you see weapons in their hands? Do you see anger in their face? Looks like they're coming to talk to us. So when they're coming to talk, you better talk. When they're coming to fight, then you fight, right? So the devatas are coming to us without any militant attitude. They are not in a mood to fight with us. No war. So this is the principles of guest reception. Even when an enemy comes to an opponent's palace or house, the host must receive this enemy guest, in such a way that all the enemy is forgotten. When someone comes to your house, even if an enemy comes, one should treat that enemy very, very, very respectfully, very lovingly. What to speak of friends and devotees. Okay. So then the devatas went to Bali Maharaj, and with mild words, they submitted their proposal, whatever they have heard from Vishnu. And the demons accepted the proposals. And they're, okay, fine, all of us will together go and share the milk ocean, don't worry. We'll be there with you. Okay, let's cooperate for a higher purpose, they said. However, the demons were thinking that, okay, let the devatas also participate in the churning of the milk ocean. We both will together do it. But once the nectar comes out, once the Amrit comes out, we will swallow everything. We will drink everything. We will not give any share to the devatas. So this is their plan. And devatas also had the same plan. They wanted to engage the demons in the hard work of churning the milk ocean, but they wanted to take the entire result. So the devatas and the demons both are having the same consciousness of cheating each other. However, the devatas are better than the demons. Why? Reason number one, the devatas are supported by Lord Vishnu, blessed by Lord Vishnu. They are doing it under the authorization of Lord Vishnu. Number two, they are not cheating good people. They are cheating demons. They are cheating evil people. So that kind of cheating is okay if you are cheating an evil person. Okay. So one more thing is, they are supposed to be taking care of the various affairs, managerial affairs of the universe. And if they don't take care, the demons will take care. But demons don't take care. They are selfish in nature. Now, the main difference between the devatas and demons is that demons also wanted to grab the nectar for themselves. And the devatas also wanted to take the nectar completely for themselves. The difference is, the devatas wanted to take the nectar and collectively become powerful to administer the universe in a nice manner. But the demons have no cooperative spirit. Every single demon is thinking that I will take the nectar. They are not thinking collectively that we will take the nectar. Every single demon is exhibiting selfishness on an individual plane, not collectively. They don't have unity. Demons are those people who do not have unity also. We will discuss that more when the churning of the milk ocean starts. But as of now, both parties agreed to come together to churn the milk ocean. Then they went to the Mandara mountain. They tried to lift the Mandara mountain, okay, and bring it to the milk ocean. But Mandara mountain is so heavy, they uprooted the mountain, but they couldn't carry it. Such a huge golden mountain. It fell, and the bodies of many devatas and demons were injured. Their arms, their thighs, their shoulders, they were all injured in various ways. So at this moment, Lord Vishnu came there on the back of Garuda. He lifted the Mandara mountain alone and placed it on the back of Garuda. And he also lifted all the devatas and demons and placed them also on the back of Garuda. See, Garuda is such a huge bird that he can carry Lord Vishnu, the mountain, and all the devatas and demons together. He can do that. Okay. So, Garuda left that place by holding the mountain and brought all these devatas and demons and Lord Mandara mountain on the shore of Milk Ocean. Okay. So then the Lord told Garuda, you can go now. You can't stay here. So you see, very important point here, that Garuda is the one who brought all the devatas and demons in the mountain to the shore of milk ocean, but the Lord is saying that you cannot be here. Sometimes we may do a lot of service, okay, but we may not get an opportunity to see something that we wanted to see, okay. There is a reason why the Lord says this. Because now that the Devatas and demons have come, Mandara mountain also has come. Churning rod is ready. The people who are supposed to churn are also ready. And the milk ocean is ready. But the snake has not yet come. The churning rope has not yet come. So they are about to bring Vasuki serpent there. And there is a natural enmity between eagles and snakes. So because if Garuda is there is a problem with Vasuki. So there may be a fight between Vasuki and Garuda. So the Lord said, you don't be here, you just go out. And being an obedient servant of the Lord, our Garuda just left that place very obediently. So obedient servants just follow the instructions of superiors, instructions of the Lord and Guru, even if sometimes they don't understand the meaning, or even if they had some other desire, right? And generally speaking, such obedient and submissive servants are given the necessary understanding and realization by the grace of the Lord because of their own submissiveness, right? So such people are empowered with the necessary understanding. For example, Brahma told Prithu, you stop this sacrifice because Indra is creating so many religious systems. You better stop the sacrifice, the 100th sacrifice. Prithu Maharaj just obediently followed. He didn't question, he didn't argue with Brahma. He said, okay, fine, we'll stop the sacrifice. But he also understood, within his heart, he understood that, yes, stopping the sacrifice is more beneficial than doing the sacrifice, because by stopping this 100th sacrifice, I will stop Indra from introducing so many false forms of sannyasis. Okay. So, of course, that's a longer story. Let's not go into the details of the story. Basically, the point here is Prithu Maharaj has been very submissive to Lord Brahma and stopped the sacrifice. Okay. He did not negotiate. Similarly, Garuda also stopped the sacrifice. Garuda also left from that shore of milk ocean because Vishnu instructed him. Then all the devatas and the demons called Vasuki and promised Vasuki that we will also give you a share of nectar. You can also drink. All of us will together chant. It's a combined effort, and at the end we'll share the nectar. And Indra, Bali Maharaj, and Vasuki, and all the other devatas and demons, they came. They started chanting the milk ocean. So first, Lord Vishnu is also leading the show. So he grabbed the front portion of the snake, Vasuki. And all the devatas also picked up the front portion of the snake. And what does that mean? The demons have to take the tail portion of the snake and then chant the milk ocean. Vasuki just coiled the Mandara mountain. Okay. And the first half, front half of Vasuki's body is on one side of the mountain. The tail portion of Vasuki is on the other side of the mountain. So devatas and demons, both parties have to pick up these two parts and then chant the milk ocean like this. But the demons protested. They said that we are very qualified. Swadhyaya Shrta Sampannaha. We are very educated. We are very qualified. We are very beautiful. How can we grab the inauspicious portion of this snake's body? Snake's body, unless it is Anantasesha, snake's body is not considered very auspicious. But they say that tail portion is inauspicious, front portion, head portion is auspicious. Because we are more qualified, we will pick up the front portion, you pick up the tail. Okay. Then the Lord silently went on the other side. So, Devatas, because they are headed by the Lord, they did not feel the need to argue with the demons or establish their points and establish their superiority over the demons. So we should not be just caught up in momentary egoistic clashes or just an urge to prove oneself right prove oneself great unnecessarily. Like you see, when Hanumanji was crossing this ocean of Lanka, Surasa came in the on the way. Okay, so she is the mother of Nagas. She opened her mouth wide and she told Hanuman, "You should enter my mouth. But Brahma has given me a benediction that whoever comes on my way should enter my mouth." Then Hanuman said, "Yes, yes, I will do that because Brahma gave you boon. I will do that, but let me complete my service. Let me first find out Sita Devi and then inform Lord Ramachandra, then I will enter." And Surasa says, "No, you have to enter now itself." And Hanumanji said, "No, I need to go." And Surasa opened her mouth wide so that Hanumanji will not get any wave to move forward. Then Hanumanji expanded his size. He became much bigger. Okay. Then Surasa expanded her mouth even more. And Hanumanji expanded his body even more. Then Surasa expanded her mouth even more. It's like that there's a competition between Hanumanji and Surasa. At one point, Hanumanji realized that why should I just get caught up in competition with this Surasa? So he immediately became as small as a small cat or an insect and entered deep into the mouth of Surasa. And before she closed her mouth, he came out and said, "See, Brahma gave you some benediction and I fulfilled that boon. So I entered your mouth and came out. So please allow me to go." Seeing the smart, clever, intelligent behavior of Hanumanji, Surasa became impressed and she blessed Hanumanji. May you attain success in your mission. So, in this way, we see that devotees, wise people, yeah, they don't get caught up in unnecessary arguments or competitions or egoistic clashes. They need to focus on the service. Now, here, the service has to be done. The ocean has to be churned, milk ocean has to be churned to produce nectar. One should focus on that mission rather than who grabs the tail and who grabs the head portion. Right? So if demons are protesting, they want to do that. Okay, let them take it. Let's begin the task. Let's not get caught up in arguments. Similarly, when we are doing some service to the Lord, we may sometimes end up in some quarrel or arguments with other devotees, but we should not lose focus on the service. And compromising or taking a back step with an intention to coordinate the service in an effective manner is not a defeat, it's the real victory. So sometimes we are very much bent upon winning an argument at that moment, but in that attempt we lose focus on the bigger picture. Okay. So the demons picked up the front portion and the devatas picked up the tail portion. Okay. So the Lord smiled at the demons' proud behavior. And he also understood that they are inviting trouble for themselves. Because he knew if they are on the front side of the snake that has multiple hoods will produce some poisonous fire. And the demons will be affected by that fire. But they are very adamant. The Lord did not get into any discussion. He silently picked up the tail, and all the devatas also followed him. They did not say, "Lord, why are you just compromising?" Sometimes, although the leader is humble, the followers just instigate the leader. You should not compromise. You should maintain some prestige. You should show off, show that you are great. Yeah, but here the leader and the followers both are humble and mature. Okay, so and the journey just began. When the journey began, the Mandara mountain started sinking into the ocean. How come? The ocean is deep and mountain is heavy, and just a what was that circle? Snake is coiling the Mandara mountain, and the Devatas and demons are holding on either side of the snake. So that what does that mean? The entire weight of the mountain falls on Vasuki. The rope, means Vasuki, snake, is not only supposed to just move about the movements of the Mandara mountain, circular movements of the Mandara mountain, clockwise and anti-clockwise. It is also supposed to hold the mountain. It's like when you are churning, you take some small churning rod and you're churning like this. The person who is churning, holding the churning rod, is also holding the weight of the churning rod, isn't it? Or sometimes one may touch the bottom portion of the pot and then do that. Okay, some support is there from bottom, or the person is just holding it also. So now there is no support from bottom. There is only the whole weight is there on the snake. Snake couldn't hold it, of course. Naturally, the mountain started sinking. It's just going down. So then the Lord expanded himself as Kurmavatar and went below the mountain and lifted the mountain, as all of you know. So there are so many hindrances when you are performing some service, when you are doing some activity. But one should not feel disappointed. If one prays to the Lord will show some way to come out of the dangers or overcome the impediments. So similarly, the Lord also came as Kurmavatar and started lifting the mountain. The Lord's back is so huge, some 8 lakh miles wide was his back, the shell. So the Lord's back is like a nice island. On top of that island, this Mandara mountain is standing and then rotating. With the rotating movements of Mandara mountain, the Lord's ornaments are polished. How did that happen? I don't know exactly, but the Lord's ornaments are said to be polished by the movements of Mandara mountain. And the Lord also felt some kind of scratching sensation on his back. He's not feeling the weight of that heavy mountain. He's not feeling overburdened, but he's just feeling a nice scratching sensation. Like some, he felt a little sleepy also. Okay. One more thing is, just as Kurmavatar offered stability to Mount Mandara and did not allow the mountain to sink, similarly, if you offer prayers to Kurmavatar, he gives stability in our bhakti. So the Lord is known to give stability in devotional service. Then one more thing is that when the Lord is breathing, inhaling and exhaling inside the waters, he is so huge, the entire ocean got agitated. The water of the ocean just came out when he breathed out and went in when he inhaled. Since this time, all the oceans are breathing in, breathing out. What does that mean? When you go in front of an ocean, the waves will come out and they will go in. Constantly it's happening. That happened because of the breathing of Kurmavatar. At that time, all the oceans acquired this nature. Then the Devatas and the demons started churning the milk ocean, and the Lord empowered the demons with Rajoguna. He empowered the Devatas with Sattva, and he empowered Vasuki with Tamoguna. So he empowered each of them according to their individual modes, so that they get the necessary strength to participate in the journey. Okay. Now he definitely supported the mountain from the bottom, but he also is supposed to support the mountain from top. There is some imbalance there also. So the Lord himself expanded as Sahasrabahu, a form that has 1,000 arms. So as Sahasrabahu, he is holding the mountain from top. Okay. So then Devatas like Shiva, Brahma, Indra, all of them started offering prayers to the Lord Sahasrabahu. Then the journey began nicely. Now Vasuki's serpent, as with the movements of her body, his body, Vasuki's serpent is emanating poisonous fire. And because of that poisonous fire, all the demons are getting tired, their faces are becoming black, they're losing their strength. And that fire is coming on the Devata side also. So the Lord thought, okay, I must relieve them from this heat and fire. So the Lord created some clouds in the sky. And the clouds started showering some nice drizzles, some little rain, so that they are relieved from the heat of the fire. coming from Vasuti's mouth. Okay. And the Lord personally started churning also. So like that, the Lord is participating in the Samudra Mantra. And the Lord is so beautiful while churning the milk ocean. The Lord took the demigod side. Megha Shyamaha Kanaka Paridihi Karna Vidyota Vidyun Murdhani Bhrajat Vilulita Kachaha Sragbharo Rakta Netraha Jaitrair Jagada Bhayader Dandasu Kamgrihitva Mathnan Mathna Pratigrihiriva Shobhitatho Dhritaktihi. So Meghashyamaha Kanaka Paridhir Karna Vidyota Vidyun. So the Lord is appearing like a black cloud, dressed in yellow garments which are shining like lightning. And the Lord's hair also spread all over his shoulders. And he wore a beautiful garland of flowers, and his eyes were reddish. In this way, in a very beautiful form, the Lord is churning the milk ocean. So then the first product that came out of the churning is halahal, the poison. Very dangerous poison came out and started spreading in all directions. So here, the Lord did not do anything. Although the Lord has done so many things, he conceived the plan of Samudra Manthan, and he lifted the Mandara mountain and brought all the devatas and demons to the shore of milk ocean. And he also became Kurmavatar to give stability to the mountain. He also became Sahasrabahu to support the mountain from top. And he also created clouds to give some soothing effect to all the devatas and demons. And he also empowered them with their respective modes of Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas. And he himself started churning. He did so much. At least 7 things we have counted, what all the Lord has done for the Samudra Manthan. However, when poison came out, the Lord took a back seat. Let my devotee get the credit of saving the entire universe from this poison. The Lord has done everything, background work. But when it came to the main situation of drinking the poison or saving the universe from the poison, he inspired all the devatas to take shelter of Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva came and drank the poison. So the Lord also could have counteracted the poison, Lord Vishnu, but he gave that credit to his devotees, Shiva. So the Lord takes more pleasure in giving credit to his devotees than he takes for himself. Right? So let my devotees become more popular, more famous. Even in Kurukshetra war also, the Lord was just taking the position of a chariot driver of Arjuna, and he is not personally picking up a weapon and fighting. He could have fought. Now you see in Vrindavan, as a small child, Krishna has killed so many demons. He killed Putana, Arishtasur, Sakatasur, Bakasur, Vatsasur, Vyomasur. So many asuras he killed. And even after coming to Mathura, he killed Chanura, Mushtika, Shala, Toshala, Kuta, Kovalayapida, Kamsa. And he also defeated Jarasandha 17 times. And he fought with so many demons. And he fought with Duryodhan, Dushyasan, Karna, Sivan. He could have done it very easily, very effortlessly. But he thought Kurukshetra is a very big battle. And it is going to be very popular. Mahabharata war is going to be very popular in Kali Yuga people. So let my devotees get that credit of winning the Kurukshetra battle than myself. I will just be an advisor, consultant. And let Bhima get the credit of killing the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra. Let Arjuna get the credit of defeating so many powerful warriors like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Jayadratha, etc. So the Lord gives more credit to his devotees than he takes for himself. Although the Lord killed more powerful demons, he allowed his devotees to kill more popular demons. Okay, so this is the Lord's intention. So all the devatas went to Lord Shiva, and Shiva is on the Kailasa hill, and they praised Lord Shiva, and Shiva took permission from Mother Parvati. Okay, he said that, oh Parvati, can you see that all these living beings are getting tormented because of this poison spreading all over the universe? So it's my duty. It's the duty of any compassionate person to show some kindness upon those living beings who are suffering. Tapyante lokatapena sadhavah prayasho janah paramaradhanam tadhi purushasya khilatmanah. Tapyante lokatapena. So when common people suffer, great people also suffer seeing them suffering. Okay, they are paradukha dukhi. To relieve common people from their suffering, great people take great steps. So, paramaradhanam tadhi, that kind of compassionate spirit of relieving people in general from their miseries is very pleasing to the Lord. Paramaradhanam, that's a very greatest form of worship of the Lord. Purushasya akhilatmanaha. Okay. So, one who is engaged in welfare activities of others will please the Lord so much. So Lord Shiva came and took all the poison that is spreading everywhere in his hands and started drinking. Okay, so it's a very praiseworthy activity. And then some droplets fell from his mouth, and some snakes and scorpions drank that poison, and they became poisonous. They took Mahaprasad of Lord Shiva. So after that, Surabhi cow came, Uchcheshrava horse came, Airavata elephant came, Kaustubhamani, Padmaragamani, Parijata flower came. So like that, so many things came out. Like Lakshmi Devi came, different apsaras, heavenly damsels came. So Dhanvantari came with the nectar pot finally. When Lakshmi Devi came out, there was a lot of worship done to Lakshmi, and also Lakshmi Swayamvara has happened. So Lakshmi goes around to find some suitable husband for her. So she sees different personalities and she finds some good qualities in them, and she also sees many defects in them. Okay. But when she came to Lord Vishnu, she did not find any defect. He is completely qualified, he is better than everyone else. But she also found one little fault in him. You know what is that fault? He is not so excited to marry her. He did not particularly desire Lakshmi. He is not so interested. So that kind of detachment also attracted Lakshmi only. Okay, although he is not desiring me specifically, let me desire him specifically. So she went and kept that mala in his neck, and she married. So this is the Lakshmi Swayamvara. Then came the nectar. So when nectar came, Dhanvantari brought this nectar in his hands, the father of medical science, the incarnation of the Lord. So all the demons came and then immediately grabbed the nectar from the hands of Dhanvantari. Then all the devatas became so morose. Then Lord Vishnu took the form of Mohini Murti and came in front of the demons. So all the demons were spontaneously attracted to the feminine attributes of Mohini Murti. So they asked, who are you? Who are you? A lot of discussion has happened. But basically all the demons believed that this Mohini Murti loves them. Every demon individually felt that the Mohini Murti, this lady, this girl loves me only. Earlier they were fighting. They have given up their friendship and they started fighting with each other. I will drink first, I will drink first, I will drink first. They were fighting like this. But actually speaking, they were fighting amongst themselves because they don't have unity. See, when nectar came in their hands, they could have shared the nectar nicely amongst themselves and they drank it. But they delayed a lot. They did not drink because of lack of unity. And some weaker demons were saying that, oh, Devatas also have participated in the journey, so they should also get a share. Some weaker demons were saying. Not that they were so kind and compassionate upon the demons, but because they could not fight with the other stronger demons, they were speaking some dharma, speaking some principles, right? So we cannot take the principles spoken by demons very seriously because it's all circumstantial. So next time they will speak something else only, because they don't have steadiness in their character. So when these demons were quarreling like this, they saw Mohini, who is a form of the Lord. So all the demons unanimously requested her, although we are the sons of Kashyapa, we are from the same family, we are fighting for this Amrit, nectar. So can you please distribute it equally amongst all of us? Why did they do so? And they unanimously proposed like this to Mohini Murti. Why did they do so? Because of the spell of Lord Vishnu, because of the Maya of Lord Vishnu, they spontaneously trusted her. And everybody thought that she specifically loves me. And although I am saying her, I am telling her to distribute the nectar equally amongst all of us, because she loves me, she gives me more share. Okay. Everybody felt that Mohini Murti is partial to him. Okay. So that is the power of the Lord's Maya. The Lord can bewilder anybody in any way. Okay. So the Lord can simultaneously reciprocate with multiple people in multiple ways. When the Lord lifted Govardhan, all the Vrajavasis were around him. The Lord is reciprocating with every single devotee in a particular rasa, their individual rasa, because the Lord has that ability. Here also Mohini Murti is invoking that trust and loving feelings in the hearts of all the demons simultaneously. Every demon felt that she loves me alone, not the other demons. Okay. So everyone trusted. Unanimously, they kept the nectar pot in her hands. And she also said, "Oh, you cannot trust me. I can cheat you." But still, they said, "No. Whatever you do, we agree to that. We completely depend on your decision." Okay. So Mohini Murti, fine. Mohini Murti picked up that nectar pot and she said, "Okay, you sit in the line. One line, Devatas, you sit in one line." And she started doing nectar distribution. Then she first started giving nectar to the Devatas. And the demons felt that they did not protest immediately, because they did not want to give up their promise. They did not want to get into fight with a woman. Further, they felt that some people reasoned that maybe Devatas are very restless. Mohini Murti is just first giving them little bit, one drop, but later she will come to me and fill my bowl completely. So because of their attraction, because of their lust towards Mohini Murti, all the demons even forgot what is beneficial to them. This is how lust blinds a person. Okay. Here, clearly it is visible in front of their eyes. It's very, very clearly visible that Mohini Murti is not giving nectar to the demons and giving only to the Devatas. Still, the demons did not say anything. They forgot what is beneficial for them because of their lust. So, lust makes one weaker than oneself, makes one lose one's own strength. If one gives into undue attraction to the opposite gender, then one will not be able to show the productivity. One will not be able to fulfill one's own desires or attain things that are beneficial to the person. Right? That's how lust and sensual desires can degrade a person, make one person very foolish. So everybody is meditating on how can I enjoy with Mohini Murti more than how can I get nectar. Although they're being royally cheated publicly in front of everyone's eyes, no one came to protest. But there is one demon. Who is that one demon? Rahu. He used little common sense. Looks like she's giving everything to the Devatas only. So he disguised himself like a Devata and joined the Devatas and sat next to them. And Mohini Murti gave him also nectar. But Surya and Chandra, the sun god and the moon god, noticed this and informed Mohini Murti. Mohini Murti immediately released the Sudarshan Chakra and beheaded Rahu. basically Mohini Murti could have noticed that it is not a Devata, it is a demon. But she purposefully ignored that fact and gave nectar to the Rahu also. And allowed Rahu to drink the nectar also up to the throat. And then Mohini Murti beheaded him. So that all of us come to understand the effects of drinking nectar. So Rahu's head became immortal and the trunk fell down. Okay. So just to demonstrate the effects of drinking nectar, the Lord has done this. Otherwise, the Lord need not be so confused. Not that he could not recognize Rahu just because he disguised himself. Okay. People may give a different interpretation also. So finally, all the devatas got nectar and the demons did not get any nectar. Evam surasura ganaha samadesha kala hetvartha karma matayopi phale vikalpaha tatramrutam suraganaha phalamanjasa puryatpada pankajarajaha shriyananna daityah. Evam surasura gana samadesha kala. Suras and asuras, devatas and demons came together. Samadesha kala, at the same place, at the same time, hetvartha karma matayopi phale vikalpaha. For the same cause, they endeavored, they put a lot of hard work for the same result. And they got the result also, but they could not share that result. Technically speaking, they both achieved opposite results. Phale vikalpaha. Tatramrutam suraganaha phalamanjasa. Only the devatas attained the desired result of drinking nectar, but the demons did not get anything. Why? Yatpada pankaja rajaha shriyananna daityah. Because the daityas, the demons, did not take shelter of the dust from the lotus feet of the Lord. So one who surrenders to the lotus feet of the Lord is ultimately successful. Those who do not surrender to the lotus feet of the Lord cannot achieve any success. Okay. So even if they do hard work, they will not get success. So taking shelter of the Lord can give all success. That's why the Dwarkavasis say, Bhavaya nastvam bhava vishwa bhavana tvameva mathata sukrutpati pita tvam sadgururnaha paramam cha daivatam yasyana vrittya krutino bhuvima. So yasya anuvritya krutino bhuvima. Only by following the footsteps and following the injunctions of the Lord we attain any success. Otherwise, there is no success. Okay. So devatas royally cheated the demons. In fact, Lord Vishnu royally cheated the demons because the demons are not qualified to drink nectar. So such cheating is not actually cheating. It's just a befitting treatment for their mentality. Even by employing cheating, one has to dethrone such demoniac people or demons. They are not just demoniac, they are demons directly. So their species is demons, and they are also having a lot of demoniac qualities. So the Lord has to sideline them and establish the devatas in good positions. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, any questions or comments?
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for the wonderful class. If anyone have any question, please raise your hand and we can ask with the Prabhuji. Mihika.
Yes, Mihika Mataji.
Mihika, can you please unmute and ask your question?
Yes. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for the class, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have two questions. So my first question is, why did Lord Vishnu take a 1,000-hand form?
He took to balance the mountain from the top, the Sahasrabahu form. So with two hands he cannot balance. Of course, he can balance with one hand. He can balance by his absence also. But he took a Sahasrabahu form, 1,000-handed form, to hold the mountain from the top so that it doesn't get imbalanced while churning is happening.
Okay,
it's a part of his pastime.
And my second question is, was Ketu also present at the particular time with Rahu, like disguising into a demigod form?
sometimes it is said that there are two personalities, Rahu and Ketu, who joined the Devatas, but within Bhagavatam only Rahu is mentioned. In this particular episode, Rahu is mentioned, Ketu is not mentioned. It may be there in some other references or some other chapters or some other Puranas, but in this particular episode of Srimad Bhagavatam in the 8th canto, Ketu's mention is not there.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Anyone else has any question?
Okay, then we'll conclude here.
Prabhuji, I have a very small question about your introduction. There is a word I came to know, that sastric teacher. What does that mean?
Shastrik, scriptural.
Scripture. Oh, okay. Sastric teacher. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. So, shall we wind up the call? Hari Leela Prabhuji, is there any other question or Anumodan?
His Grace Gaurang Darshan Prabhu Ji ki जय
जय।
श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Hare Krishna to all the devotees. Thank you. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Thank you very much.
Hare Bol, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Jai glory.